so... Oh, Ali, mighty is he, Ali Ababwa. Oh, Ali, Lara has been discombobulated, so I can't jump that thing without dying. Let's try jumping this instead. It still dies. Okay. What do we do then? I think we need to press action after the jump. Or maybe we can climb the top of this wagon. Let's see. No, we can't, so... Somehow she needs to actually avoid getting schmucked. Okay, jump forward action. Now she doesn't have it. Okay, this is the end, my dear old friend. Medikit for less secret. And this is it, right? We can use this to close it, but I don't see the point. Instead, we insert the crowbar here. So I was saying how the hardest puzzle in the game is when you don't know how to use crowbar or, well, a torch too. Not because these puzzles are hardly designed, because the mechanics are never explained. You need to guess them. Okay. This is one of people's favorite level, Desert Railroad. And next will be, I think, Alexandria. Alexandria is where I stopped my replay of the classic series. After this... Yeah, we'll need to put this back on. Yeah, that's a glitch that her... basically the way this mod is coded, that the flowing part of the scarf is her braid. And the non-flowing one is a prop, literally coded to replace the sunglasses. So when I don't wear the scarf, I change her to have... almost forgot to save. I change her to have... cat ears. I'll probably change this outfit too. So I think he calls for backup and ambushes you later if you let him go. And I should probably reload and actually let him go for a change. This whole level is a lot of dead ends. And I'll have Lara change from her clothing. After this, I remember first arriving here as a kid and being lost. I have the higher ground! It's over! Guy, just surrender. At this point, you don't want to continue fighting. for those, or to-dos. A list of things to do. An Egyptian movie poster, and there's a Vikings thing. Okay. Right now we cannot answer it, but I think Lara needs to get dressed for the occasion. So doesn't blow up the Oh, the fountain looks worse. No, really? Why? You had 25 years! What are these teeny thin strings? This looks like an actual water despite the graphic limitations. It would have looked even better with bump mapping and fog and texture filtering that they forgot to include. But this looks like shit. And water should probably come out of these mouths or something. No? No. Just on top. It's really strange fountain. And we meet our old good friend. Jean-Yves, don't know the surname.
Lara, you are alive. I feared for you. What's...
Von Croy has the amulet.
Ah, this is bad. But he doesn't yet have the armor. There is still time to prepare for Seth.
Jean, I'm tired. Give a girl a break.
My dear, when all this is over, you can retire. But now we must move swiftly. My men dive in the bay for remnants of Cleopatra's lost palaces.
Cleopatra?
Yes. She realized the armor's significance and had it brought here. Some was subsequently scattered, but...
And where would you recommend I start looking?
In the catacombs under Alexandria, my diggers have unearthed chambers connected to the Great Library. This would hold the true location of Cleopatra's palaces. We have yet to find a way in, but you...
Take me there.
There is a problem.
Von Croy.
Yes. His dig is expanding, crossing many of my own tunnels. Of course, my men would no longer work when Von Croy's thugs appeared on the scene.
Time to introduce myself to Werner's loyal workforce.
First, you must get into the catacombs. Von Croy has them completely sealed up, and I fear he will soon have the armor.
Over my dead body.
This I fear
Literally.
also. I shall wait here for news. Return if you feel I can help in any way. Good luck, Clara. I fear you may
The
need it.
I
story
make
here is
my own luck.
rather subversive because it's not what you would expect a game like that to be. Specifically, okay, now he looks nothing like himself. He's based on Jean-Yves Emperor, or Jean-Yves Empereur. I have no idea how to pronounce things in French correctly. So a guy from France who took part in digs of Alexandria, uncovered a huge part of the Gabbari necropolis right before the game was released. They tried to find a Lighthouse of Alexandria, among other things. And before anything else, we should be getting the scope here. Oh my god, these textures are shit. Why does it have such a small detail on it? This is the old one. It has like 3 pixels all introducing themselves to each other. Nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you too. I am the pixel A. I am the third pixel. But this, what's a blurry? This looks like early PS2 game, and it's in PS5. See, they left any Easter eggs under this table, or probably the developer doesn't let them anymore. I think they were made to remove their code under the table in the future version. Let's have her act like an annoying brat as he's trying to work. How do you make her look side-eye? Doesn't give enough side-eye to his direction. Okay. And you cannot use the scope with pistol or shotgun, only with... At least they added reflection effect. And physics on curtains. Not physics, it's just normal animation, but yeah. I appreciate that, they might as well have water that doesn't look this shit. It probably will get updated with the patches. It seems that earlier levels have more detail to them than later, but I was scared that after Karnak was really flat, we won't get 3D detail on later levels, but at least in Alexandria they even have 3D chili pizza. These styles. And that's a very nice background, like you could call it, what you call it? Skybox in the games. Do you also have mentions of what city this is on the walls? Anyone who can read Arabic. What does it say? Fortunately, I'm not in that version of my life where I had to learn it. Maybe somewhere in another life. So, you will be able to return to him periodically. He'll give you tips on this shit. I think one of them will have ammunition, but we need a secret which is done in a slightly different way. So I learned this secret from Plasma SKX. You can subscribe to him. He makes the best videos on Tomb Raider secrets. And they actually did an interesting thing. They directed you to this, so yeah. Whoever did models for Train and Alexandria, not the fountain, but like the rest. Good job, I guess. For an orc. I guess when a video of you being killed by a drone will put into funny montage, will put slightly more respectable music. Yeah, I'm not even like joking. We are at like full-scale war, and every Russian is an enemy. If they're not yet, they will be mobilized into the army sooner or later. We will have to kill them. This is a matter of survival. And that's why I don't like Hollywood or game makers outsourcing anything to Russians. They pay taxes. Their taxes buy weapons. Those weapons kill children in Ukraine. And I don't like children dying. So yeah, that's why you pirate anything done by Saber if you cannot avoid playing that. But one thing for sure, I won't let Russians take away Lara Croft from us. So people who are boycotting the remasters, I understand, but I'm boycotting a new game made that glorifies Russia, like Civilization 7, and I'm boycotting actual games like Atomic Heart or Warhammer games made by them, but not remasters outsourced. I think Soul River was too. And they know, the developers know that, the publishers do. Spear are the only ones credited as developers in all like web stores, and Saber only appear when you actually launch the game. They know at their marketing they don't want to leak that this shit was made by Arkistani terrorist invader scum. But again, if I would give up on every franchise because a Russian touched a texture and AI upscaled it, it's still a British game. It's still the same game I played and still play on PC and PlayStation. I'm running circles, right? So we need to go to coastal ruins. I completely forgot everything. I'll probably restart this level with a different costume. Technically, she should have changed it once she met with Jean-Yves' emperor. The thing with him is that they kind of made it so they based the guy on a real archaeologist and they used his looks, and he contacted them like, oh look, we got past the first and now we have 2D textures instead of 3D. So that was my compliments for doing a good job. And here, because this is obviously AI upscale. Like, what the fuck is this? That's a Rorschach painting. So basically, the copyright thing was that he was okay with them including if they ask permission, like license him. And instead of doing that, Core and AZIZ decided to just replace him last minute with a different character in the sequel Chronicles. And this should be a cardboard cutout. It not being 3D makes sense because this is a theme park, and this will be watching in the next episode. Bye bye. Like, comment, and subscribe.